Welcome to the DIY3DTech.com channel.
Welcome to this episode of DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to talk about an interesting new application I've come across called Pleasant3d. So if you're like me, you probably have tons of STL files you've created or collected over time. But how do you manage these now? Being a Mac user that I use primarily for all my design work, I went out searching for an application and I found one. Again, Pleasant3d. It's version 2.6. Kind of see that down here. The interesting thing about this is not only do you get an application that allows you to open and view the STL and do some work with it, but it also gives you a preview in the Finder pane, which is really interesting because, as you can see here, I've got tons of STLs and going through and trying to find just the right one between all the different named files is very difficult. So this has been really a handy little application. And then not only once you have the preview, you can double click it. It loads into the application itself. You can center the object on the build plane. You can scale it. So here I've got it at a factor 2. I can change it back down to 1. I can make it a 3. Again, all kinds of changes just from within inside this application. And again, I could save this out if I wanted a factor 3 version of this angle mount. And again, we can change it on the build plane, how it's positioned. So I can change it to a 45-degree angle if I wanted to print at a 45-degree angle, etc. So really a handy little program. I won't go through and do a video on all the different features of this because there are a ton of neat little features. If you go to their website, which is down here, basically pleasantsoftware.com, the main site, you click on Pleasant3d and it'll take you here, but they have several very nice videos on their site that I won't attempt to redo because they're already here, so you can kind of see down here what's new in 1.1. Takes you through Pleasant3d. It does require Lion or newer. It is a Mac-based application, not a Windows-based application. Since I do basically all my design work on the Mac, it works perfect. The machines which run the actual printers are Windows-based, but that's just by proxy. I have a number of Windows-based machines laying around, so I used them for that purpose. So again, if you have a bunch of STL files you've had a hard time keeping track of, you want preview capabilities, Pleasant3d does a very nice job. Also allows you again to work with it, as I mentioned, number of features. For example, you can turn it into a wireframe. You can look at it from that perspective, from filling it back into a solid object. So again, very nice little application. The author, does accept donations. Probably worthwhile throwing a couple bucks his way just to keep it going, because as you see here, it is worthwhile. He's got a 3D printing blog too. So again, very handy program, and figured I'd share it with the subscribers and YouTube in general if you're a 3D printer. So if this helped you out, hit the thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. Look forward to having you as a new subscriber. Thank you.